It could be that you're taking it too literally. The nature of my illusion spell makes it so people basically see what they want to see. Dwarves want to see other dwarves, so that's what they get. It's the perfect disguise.
Well, that's a nice dwarven border town. Let's do this.
6 minutes, 37 seconds later.
What have we learned about spells that require concentration and retain their effects?
The important thing is concentrating.
Good, let's try that on the next town.
Oh, humanity! You mean dwarfity is xenophile?
You read ain't lie a word, I meant, sir.
My Muradin's beard, why do all your homes and children burn?
Previously on 8-Bit Chaos.
That's a leak.
Okay, new town equals clean slate. We can go in, get some info about where they keep the Earth Orb, and get out without laying waste to thousands of lives.
Do we want to?
The elimination of all witnesses is never a bad idea. Time is of the essence.
Our sister town Beardville is in flames.
There's a really funny story behind that.
We, the brave citizens of Beardburg, must come to the aid of the Dwarven brothers. Surely you being dwarves as well must assist us.
Not a chance, you bearded freak. Sorry, it was a reflex.
School, no smacking. Not a chance, you bearded freak, that we would not help like some gang of non-dwarves. What do you say?
Highly irregular smacking, but he did use the proper greeting and all this speak, he syntaxed. Yes, you are clearly my countryman. We shall continue to Beardville. All you bearded freaks rest in our unguarded homes before making an attack ourselves.
Got it, eh?
One quick question. Would anyone in this town happen to know where they keep the Earth Orb?
No, and I'm off.
Well, this town is utterly useless to us now.
Everything I love is combustible.
Several hours later.
Hearken well met, brave ones. Verily on warriors of beards grew.
Make it so!
Fire!
Okay, that's it. From now on, I'm talking to the dwarves. You two can't be trusted not to butcher them. And all that soup was ruining my dress. This simply will not do.
Well, that last guy was asking for it.
Clearly.
We'll do better next time.
Honest.
That's what you said about the last 4 towns.
But this time we mean it.
Honest.
Why aren't I dead yet?
And again.
Okay, we've been over this 100 times. We're not gonna kill any dwarves, right?
Right.
Damn it, you guys!
And again.
Everyone backslides. The important thing is that we learn from the experience and forge ahead.
Right.
Can do.
Let's give it another shot.
Ah! Beard-shaped parasites are in their faces.
Kill them all, let the flame sort it out.
I don't think they're really trying.
And again.
I'm going to be in front this time, so no more. Ah! Come on, now you're just doing it to annoy me. You don't even have heat vision.
Meh.
And finally, way outside of the next town.
And this sucks.
So you say they keep the Earth Orb deep in the Dwarf Castle's keep. You've been most helpful.
What was this mining?
Score one for magic.
Dwarf Castle built into the very living rock of Mount Beard.
Your lordship, I bring urgent news from the width and breadth of our great kingdom.
Then speak, let my royal decrees be known.
Reports are still coming in from the other land, but it seems that Dwarfland has befallen a horrible curse.
You mean besides being placed so near the elven lands?
Yes.
This is most dire news indeed. Continue.
A wave of flash fires has swept over our mighty nation. They began in the borderlands and show no sign of stopping. Here's a map of our great kingdom showing these fires. I took the liberty of connecting each event in a kind of timeline to see if we could discern a pattern or the like.
They seem to strike at random.
Now we'll start the tea.
What?
We cannot discount this as an act of nature. Our course is clear.
Declare war on Elfland?
We've been in an open state of war with Elfland for thousands of years, ever since they mistook the Earth Orb for their own item. Now we must undertake drastic action. We must seek out the fabled saviors of Dwarfland, the bearded warriors. Meanwhile, in Cornelia Castle...
Don't give me a look, Drizzle. I can
feel your look. This is totally going to work.
Any plan that relies on the stupidity of humans is aces with me, but I feel ridiculous.
You're an elf. I thought you'd be used to it.
Quiet, ye dogs. I do be hearing footsteps. Yar.
Good to know.
Only my particular brand of genius could dream up such a perfect scheme.
If you want to be sneaky about it, we could get a large sheet and write something like "Just Peachy" on one side and hold it up whenever someone walks by. We could go anywhere like that. Bang!
Fine, but if anyone asks, we're going to tell them we raided the castle and slew 100 foes each.
I see word holders and ready the sheet.
I think she's gone.
Put the sheet down.
What sheet?
You're not making this easier on yourself.
Follow my lead.
I got us this Friday night, so what could possibly go wrong?
My thoughts exactly.
Not terribly sweet or at all merciful. Well, if there are all humans born this way?
Right in the house.
Sarah, what a surprise to see you here.
Yeah, what were the odds of me being in my own home?
Crazy, ain't it? I haven't seen you since that kidnapping thing. What have you been up to? Get her!
Yar!
3 seconds later.
Well, I took some self-defense refresher courses. I see you've cultivated a new bad guy voice, but it'll do you little good in the dungeon.
But that assumes you can best me, spider-style Kenshido master, in combat.
Kenshido, eh? That must be hard to do without swords.
Fighter.
Then he knocks on my door because he had a nightmare.
But you're the captive.
As I've said, and as I'm sure you personally witnessed, Garland isn't very good at what he does.
That's somewhat like saying the flood is wet. You know this whole bedsheet thing? It's his idea.
And it shows so much improvement. I mean that.
That's so sad.
I'm this close to being proud of him.
Oh.
Quiet, dog, or you'll taste from my heel.
But I already am. It's quite uncomfortable.
Yes, that's the idea.
Meanwhile, in Beardonia Town Square.
This sign gives me a great idea.
Firewood?
2 great yet mutually exclusive ideas.
So you see, we are clearly the chosen warriors who have sought in your hopeless hour of desperate need.
You do have beards.
Yes, beards is what we have. We're certainly under no illusions when it comes to that observation. Why, I could think of no more rigorous a screening method myself. Let's sign the papers or whatever.
Well, there are 400 bearded trials of strength to do.
Those sound massively unimportant.
It's a fancy obstacle course that doubles as the castle's garden. Let us say whomsoever survives the trials is destined to become Dwarfland's true protector.
Yeah, definitely a formality. It'll just complicate an otherwise simple process of elimination.
Oh no, the trials have made it a very simple process thus far. You can watch them through that window.
There appear to be bloodstains that extend only about 5 feet from the starting point.
Indeed, the trials are gruesomely efficient. Shall we contact your next of kin now, or were they all burst to the land like so many others?
Excuse us for a moment, your kingship. We can't go through those trials and live. Even if I had, say, an hour to plan, which is the most a brilliant intellect such as mine would need to overcome a mere 400 impossible trials, I calculate we'd lose at least 2/3 of the party in a best-case scenario.
There's 4 of us. How can we possibly lose 2/3?
Yeah, it's not the prettiest plan, but it's the most favorable one for the remaining 2.6 Warriors of Light.
Plan, schman. If there's one thing I'm more interested in than anything else, it's gruesomeness. Stand back and don't let the magical backlash vaporize your internal weakness. Obstacle course? Oh, like kaboom course.
Wow, no one's tried that before.
That's because they were bearded warriors like us.
That's a point.
Yes, and one with no veiled meanings either. Now let's make this official so we can start our quest to save our land. I can only imagine that the Earthworm itself is directly involved, so feel free to deliver that to us post-haste.
The Earthworm, you say? That is problematic.
It's so much to ask for a thank you, is it? Lousy Ingrid.
You know, 1.3 is the remainder of 2/3 of 4, not 2.6. Oh, nuts, I slipped.
Why do I have the sudden feeling that the most wonderful period of my life has come crashing to an end before I learn to appreciate it?
Now it's your turn to play the quiet game, Black Mage.
I don't want to.
You lose. Man, that was the easiest, whatever it is I get by winning that I ever, won.
Your words are fire giants besieging the Asgard of my mind.
Yeah, I missed me talking too. Let me make up for lost time. First I thought I was going to lose the quiet game because you're so much smarter than me, but then I thought to myself,
Sorry,
nope,
it's very
not
long.
that lack of intelligence getting away before
Must we employ the Earth Orb?
Hey, we don't tell you how to govern, and you don't tell us how to be saviors, got it?
Although some of us have fascinating theories regarding issues as diverse as taxation and how to properly surrender to the elven race.
Let's not get ourselves killed, Mr. Zealous Bigot, in unfriendly territory, okay?
They're dwarves. We need only climb a tree or set fire to their homes to get away. We have nothing to fear from them.
I don't tell you how to steal, and you don't tell me how to diplomatify.
Oh yeah, you're the big fancy negotiator, sorry. Your one line is, I don't tell you, you don't tell me thing. But please, by all means, continue to do something you can't properly conjugate.
Thank you, I will.
What was all that?
No, well,
Way to chirp, smart guy!
unimportant bearded warrior talk.
Sounds important.
What? Now, about that Earth Orb you're about to hand over without question.
The thing is, we don't have the Earth Orb anymore.
Dun dun dun! Sorry, do go on.
Moron.
Previously on 8-bit Chaos.
The thing is, we don't have the Earth Orb anymore.
Dun dun dun! Sorry, do go on.
Moron.
Dear Garland and friends, how are you? I am fine. Please attack Cornelia Castle so that I may declare war on some unsuspecting nation to distract everyone from the abysmal job I'm doing as King Guy. Thanks. Your pal, King Steve. P.S. Don't tell anyone.
The next time my dad undertakes a clandestine scheme of international proportions, he should be a bit more careful about the paper trail.
See, we're acting upon royal decree. You can't hurt us.
That's right, not much more than ye already have.
And he needs to make friends with some other supervillains. You guys are sad.
Yeah, it is true. Me heart do be aching for the sea.
No, that's not what I... Look, never mind. Leave.
But we have a proposition.
Meanwhile, in Dwarfland...
It's true. Reports are spotty at best, but some years ago, a horrible manifestation of darkness itself stole into this very castle and took the Earth Orb. It killed every brave dwarf that stood in its way, coming and going. And naturally we suspected it was an elven ploy, but the creature has remained in Dwarfland all this time.
That lying abomination, we knew it couldn't be trusted.
What an odd thing to say.
Yeah, sometimes he spouts random strings of words. It's not quite random and meaningless.
Even though that was a complete sentence and it fit perfectly in context.
Yes.
A proposition? What, are you going to ask me to the villain's prom?
But you told me you were going to wash your hair.
Speak another word, and I shall see to it that your life will become a tragically extended period of constant suffering.
So difficult to find good help these days.
I hate my life.
Stop running.
Quite.
We are not like these others, Princess. We are cut above the common mud these insipid fools were sculpted from.
Aren't you mixing your creation metaphors?
We are of royal blood.
I've got this theory that royal blood is not inherently superior to that of, say, an artificer.
But that's complete nonsense. Royalty must be superior. It's what makes us the rulers.
It's difficult to hold high opinions of royalty and divine right to rule when you live with my father.
Did I ever tell you about the time I built this castle all by hand?
It's 400 years old, Dad.
Yes, I designed it that way, you know.
Your father's mad rambling aside, I believe we could rule the Dark Warriors. Join me, and Bick and Garl would be our unwitting errand boys of evil. With your stunning good looks and my natural genius, due to being male, the world will cower before us. What say you, Sarah?
just need some time to think about it.
At dinner!
Oh, mercy. Can you imagine me join them?
I invented imagination, you know.
That night,
What would possess them to think of something so stupid?
the next morning,
There aren't words for it. There can't be. A language is built on the experiences of its speakers. It's like how the Eskimos have 100 words for snow. A language couldn't have words to describe how stupid this is. Its speakers would have been too stupid to survive long enough to develop enough forebrain to have a language in the first place.
I'd wish you'd make up your mind already. We can't wait all day for this.
We don't have to take this. We have our dignity.
You be speaking for yourself, Elsie.
A meal that costs my dignity is still free.
I have got to find new, non-sucky friends.
the previous afternoon in Dwarfland.
Okay, so run this idiotic plan by me one more time.
The Dwarf King said that this thing that stole the orb is a night creature. Therefore, logically, it can only be confronted at night.
Oh, I take it back, that actually makes perfect sense. I mean, how many night creatures do you see during the day? None at all.
Precisely my point.
It seems to me that a night creature would probably be weakened during the day.
I don't follow.
Think of the sea creature that is fearsome under the waves but powerless on land.
What does water have to do with anything?
I was using metaphor.
I was using metaphor. Someone shut him up before I use knife.
Now, there will be plenty of time for ruthless backstabbing once we get the apple. I should have said that in whisper.
Meanwhile, back at Dwarf Castle, your facial hair is hardly dusted at all. Be gone, you charlatans!
Let's take a shortcut through Elfland, you said. It's nice at this time of year. What could go wrong, you said? You suck, Barry.
Well, Fee, since it seems your people have something to do with this night creature, is there anything you can tell us about it?
It feeds upon the living, for it is not actually alive. Light is anathema to it. It was the perfect assassin and thief for Ultimate One. It couldn't be killed or tracked, and darkness itself was its home. Still, it failed in its clandestine mission to retrieve the Urkel for Elfland all those years ago. We assumed rather naturally that this failure was due to the creature being non-elven.
Of course.
But now it seems that the creature had its own agenda, and, in a surprisingly elf-like move, it backstabbed us. I know not of its abilities, but a small fortune was paid for its services. All I can safely say is that we're up against one of the purest manifestations of evil in the world.
Hey, when do you plan to return my Cure albums?
Soap would need borrow car from Mom. She not understand Soap's pain, so Soap grounded.
That's exactly why I moved out of my parents' house.
Filbert, take out the trash!
And into their basement.
I'm not going to ask you again.
I'll be right up, Mom. I'm talking to my friends. They understand me.
Tell Sulk we're having meatloaf if he wants to come over for dinner.
You don't know me on the inside.
Meatloaf? Soap will ask Mom.
Are you sure this is the place?
This is 667 Darkness Lane.
Maybe we've got the wrong house.
Perhaps they heard we were coming and they built hastily this incredibly convincing facsimile of an ordinary home to hide their pit of death.
They wouldn't have had time to make all of this.
Good point. The only other explanation is that this is a hard light holographic projection.
This is so simple. We're here, we can't change that. This house may or may not be the den of evil we were looking for. We can't change that either. All we can do is choose how to act best in the situation given to us. In that light, I believe it would be irresponsible of us not to barge into this house and massacre the people inside.
I don't follow.
That's because your existence is wholly without merit, but I'll explain it anyway. Slowly. If this is the right place, then we will be completely justified in slaughtering the occupants therein. If it's not the right place, it'll be a practice session. As we all know, practice sessions don't count, so we'll be absolved of any alleged crimes.
But you're going to kill them even if they're innocent?
And it's practice, so it won't count.
But they'll be dead.
Hey, they knew the risks when they took the job.
Job? Risks? You're a mass murdering psycho.
If you think about it, that's really their fault. Okay, it's time to introduce these people to the worst day of their lives. Fighter, sword, door, go.
You got it. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Shoo! Why don't we usually see those swords? And why are they the wrong shapes?
Hush, cinema scene. He's allowed to look better.
Just a moment.
She'll be right out.
That's not what I had in mind.
Vilbert, honey, your friends are here.
Mom, how many times must I ask you to refer to me by my dark name to the dam?
How many times must I ask you to take out the garbage?
I'm doing it right now, jeez.
This can't be the right place.
The little sign above the front door said, Von Vampire Residence.
Oh, please, that doesn't prove anything. It's only a last name. It's not like Fighter's last name is Knight.
Yeah, my last name is McWarrior, duh. And your last name is Evil Wizardington.
So much suffering shall be visited upon you.
Oh wow, you must be the guys Larry got to play the NPCs at tonight's live-action roleplay session.
Live action? These words are like sunshine being beamed into my very soul. Why do I suddenly feel like a young boy from a primitive fishing village, born with such innate musical genius as the world has never known, who, one glorious morning, finds a harpsichord washed up on shore and knows then that his life up until that moment has been a waste.
The more he talks, the more he weirds me out.
Those are great costumes.
Yes, costumes are what these are.
And they are great.
You even got that smelly wizard sting. That's what I call dedication.
Why is everyone looking at me when he is clearly speaking of RM?
Oh yes.
Obviously.
I was looking through you at him with my newly discovered and promptly lost X-ray vision.
I find those to be suitable excuses. Your stabbings have become slightly less evil.
We've got some time before the LARP. My mom can drive us to the shop mart. We can hang out with the other goth kids.
This is Dwarfland. You don't get many brooders here. They're less about moping and more about hacking your legs off at the knees.
In all honesty, the only other goth kid is Larry, whom you've already met, and his heart's really not into it. He's a zombie, so you can't tell if he's shambling due to the unbearable ennui of existence, or because his legs don't work. Alas, my lonely, misunderstood fate in this world has made me long for the sweet embrace of death. I feel a poem coming on.
Can we kill him now? He's a goth. It's what he wants.
Previously on 8-Bit Chaos.
Are you sure this is the place?
This is 667 Darkness Lane.
Maybe we've got the wrong house.
Oh wow, you must be the guys Larry got to play the NPCs at tonight's live-action roleplay session.
Okay, let's jump him.
Oh yeah, that's the great plan.
Yes, I know, that's why I thought of it.
I was being sarcastic, fool.
Are you sure?
Yes!
You mean now you are?
No, then I was.
Then just now or then back then?
What are we talking about anymore?
No, yeah, like you don't know.
What?
I was being sarcastic.
About what?
Okay, new plan. First, you two shut up. Second, we kill every non-light warrior in this house, take the Earth Orb, and return it to its rightful place in Elfland.
Good enough for me. Wilbur will kill you first so you don't have to watch us paint the walls with your mother's internal organs.
No roughhousing indoors!
Yes, Miss Von Vampire!
Okay, let's get some practice in before the game.
You don't really practice bleeding to death from 6 dozen stab wounds. It's just gonna happen.
Yes, but the game, much like the emptiness that is life, would be unfair if played that way, so there's a system in place to prevent cheating.
Ha! Systems are made to be cheated.
All conflicts are resolved with a simple match of rock, paper, scissors. To the victor go the spoils. Who wants to go first?
So if this guy thinks a game is going to kill him, this ain't the Matrix.
Move it, jackass!
Well, we have an idiot who is convinced that reality obeys some crazy set of unspoken yet universally followed rules. Looks like you're up, RM.
I've got a great plan. I have dubbed it Plan Awesome.
No, don't tell me. You're going to trip and accidentally fall such that your neck just happens to get pierced by his fangs. Then you can become an undead blight for the sake of gaining all kinds of stat bonuses. Those will be used to boost your already impressive and versatile array of abilities and defeat our foe.
No, but I want to change it to Plan Awesome B for reasons unrelated to what you just said.
Ready?
I was born ready.
I was born naked and screaming.
If all goes according to plan, you'll die like that too.
That baby's right.
Rock, paper, scissors, match!
Rock!
Natural 20, double damage, I win.
I don't think that's how it works.
Natural 20 trumps all. Show me something that beats a natural 20 and I'll show you hateful lies.
I think you're confused.
Is it not the point of this contest to choose the item that will defeat the opponent's chosen item?
Yeah, but it's just that there is no natural 20 in rock, paper, scissors.
That's the sort of thing they should have worked out in beta. Sadly for you, they did not. Advantage, red mage. Well, now that you've been summarily defeated, we demand...
How can you claim that as legitimate defeat?
Rather simply, I have a forebrain. My ability for abstract thought allows for all kinds of things.
There are no dice in rock, paper, scissors.
I'd like to direct your attention to the Erebund clause. There is no rule specifically stating that dice are not valid choices, so there.
That's madness.
That's Erebund.
I don't know where Larry got you guys, but he really should have asked if you knew anything about LARP. It's about shedding yourself, becoming a whole new entity. Why, take me for example. In real life, I'm a snobbish wannabe. In LARP, I'm an elitist hanger-on. But my poetry is just as brilliant in both my lives.
We've indulged fruitcake here for long enough.
Oh, but I do ever so love being indulged. I'm a goth, you see. I thrive on the attention of others. Though they be the very same people whom I mercilessly mock for not understanding me.
Yes, fine. More indulging. Let's play a stupid game. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors in the eye!
What are you doing?
I thought it was fairly obvious.
There's no touching in live-action role-playing, and no weapons either. Someone could have been hurt.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm a vampire and immune to damage from mundane weapons.
Vampire, eh?
You need to put a stake through my heart to hurt me. Luckily, a knife through my face and neck is harmless.
A little too lucky.
My mind is ablaze with genius.
Where's he going?
I don't know, but he was making even less sense than usual.
Ha! This is exactly what I need.
Look, Vilbert, the truth is we're light warriors and we're not very good people. We're going to destroy your home, whether or not you give us the Earth Orb. If you give us the orb, we'll make your death as painless as we can. If not, let's just say you'll be encouraging us to take our time.
We can be very meticulous. I think you should do what he says.
So help us help you, okay?
Come on!
A wooden stake.
What do you think the fence post is for? I'm not stupid.
That's not a stake.
Well, no, not yet. Now it's wood intake.
How did you...
It's just a half circle from back to front. Simple.
But that spell, it's not... You can't... I don't... What?
Oh dear, it's finally happened. Years of exposure to fighters, shall we say, point of view, has rendered Black Mage a sputtering vegetable.
Yeah, I do that to him sometimes. He'll snap out of it soon, usually by way of an insatiable homicidal frenzy, but what you gonna do about it?
Wooden stake. Wood-eaten stake.
Okay guys, I think you still don't understand the rules. Fighter, first, you didn't engage a physical challenge.
You tried balancing a cow on the end of a fence post to wield it like a club. That's a physical damn challenge.
Let's reassess the situation. Black Mage, our heavy artillery, is out.
Yeah, sword chucks, yeah. It'd be just like having two swords, but you could wield them both with one hand. And there's the added benefit of having no control over either of them. Of course, it's a great idea. It all makes sense to me now. I was a fool to ever doubt it. A doubting fool, I tell you.
Fighter, our meat shield, is otherwise occupied.
I just need 2 cows to be impaled and set on fire. Come on, just step forward to volunteer. Okay, just mill around him, just need to volunteer. Thanks.
And your idiotic gambit failed miserably.
It's not my fault he failed to recognize my genius. I find that often happens when you work on as many levels as I do.
Yeah. I'm sure that's something like a problem for you.
Indeed. Unfortunately for Vilbert, I'm going to have to get significantly more blunt.
But we're really more of a knife and sword group.
That we are, Thief, but that won't be a problem. We're fighting a vampire, so we need to drive a stake through its heart. We need only call upon the mightiest stake in all the land.
Please tell me you aren't thinking of what I... I already know you're thinking.
Too late, Thief. When your mind is as prodigious as mine, you get ideas like this almost before you know it.
I guess the trick is being smart enough not to act on those ideas then.
No time for that. I'm too busy acting on my great idea. Flying through space, having adventures, armor, invincibility!
Just... why?
I was thinking we could start using theme songs from now on to liven things up.
Slings and arrows. Slings and
We are
arrows.
not going to have theme songs, RM.
Let me do yours before you decide.
Yay!
He'll get your wallet. Look out for him. It's Thief. Yeah, it's Thief. It's Thief! And drop.
Did you get him?
Oh, sweet Lady Agony, you were the only reminder that unlife still flows through my veins.
Okay, killing does not take this long. What's the holdup?
We are having some trouble hitting his heart.
On the bright side, we've nailed most of his other organs. It's taken them quite time.
My dark pancreas of the damned shall never be the same.
Yeah, and his liver of decay is completely shot.
Come on, let's try it again. Heem! I think that was his neck. Look at it this way. The more puncture holes there are, the less surface area there is. So it becomes increasingly likely we'll get it right. Eventually.
Ode to Mine Suffering by Vilbert. My life is torment. Who are you, misunderstanding?
Basta.
My life is torment. What are you?
Is that it?
Well, he stopped reciting awful poetry, so he either pierced his guthicular membrane or his heart.
Either one is good enough for me.
Why is my son lying in the front yard what appear to be 2 dozen furniture-induced stab wounds?
Damn it, beat.
Meanwhile...
I'm bored. When are they coming back?
Soon.
You keep saying that.
Well, you keep asking that.
Let's play a game to pass the time.
I'd love to, but you lost all our game pieces.
Maybe if the board game you chose was less like a dissertation on hyperdimensional physics and more like a board game, it wouldn't have swallowed all the pieces and dice into the singularity of its madness.
It's Monopoly. You landed on my elfland with 3 hotels and yelled, "Look out, a seagull," which I never saw incidentally, and then everything was gone.
Hyperdimensional, I say!
I don't know what you guys are worried about. It looks like easy prey. He's probably got low evasion and defense. I mean, he's a sack of bones. Even Skeletor, who is easily more incompetent than Cobra Commander, has a fleshy exterior. How difficult could he be?
He-Man loves skins, honey.
You mock the Lich King. All that is living turns to ash in the presence of the Lich. I am the beauty of decay, the perfection of death. All that is born lives only to die, and death shall serve a new master, Lich. So, face me, old warriors, and know the horror of perfection.
Yes, the Lord's Edge shall surely inherit the greatest kingdom, given enough time. Now hush, the adults talking.
What?
Impressions?
I'm sure all of that is a sad display of bravado. We could easily destroy him in any number of ways.
Well, let's get cracking then.
Talk.
Previously on 8-Bit Chaos.
Well, let's get cracking then.
Talk.
Maybe we should have followed them. I know you believe in the destiny of the Light Warriors and all that jazz, but it couldn't hurt to just nudge fate in the right direction.
They were using us as a crutch. They never would have been ready for the trials that lie ahead if we continue to let them rely on us. It is their time.
What if, they don't make it?
Then they never were the Light Warriors, and we're better off not wasting any time on them. There is more at stake than the lives of 4 adventurers.
You just fell for the oldest trick in the book, Lich King.
The trick where you get 3 gullible suckers to make you their undisputed leader?
You just fell for the second oldest trick in the book, Lich King.
That trick where you put your soul into a gem so you can't be killed and instead become an invincible ruler of the dead?
You just fell for the third oldest trick in the book, Lich.
You mean attaching two sword hilts by length of chain?
Okay, that is so not in the trick book.
What are you smelling about?
Can't you tell? I'm looking forward to my demise. Freedom.
I'm tired of this.
That's the last mistake you'll ever make, you stinky pile of bones. Give him a dose of ultimate destruction, BM. Go on, make with the blasting. Like mage?
Death is the natural state of all being.
Get up and yell at me.
Life is the abbreviation. It is fleeting and full of pain.
Like mage? Get up!
Come, embrace the eternity in nothing.
Yeah!
Can you help him?
Damn it, Thief, I'm a red mage, not a doctor. Yet. Okay, has he had all his shots? Was his mother tested for feline leukemia?
What?
Sorry, I multi-classed as Beastmaster because they get more skill ranks than a healer. The drawback is, the extra ones have to apply to the animal kingdom. I figured Black Mage is more or less mammalian, so it should work out.
Do you know what you're doing, Aaron?
Why should that stop me?
Fighter, you are easily my most accomplished student. Yeah, I'm pretty awesome. There is but one more lesson for you here. Fighters can't make it 6. Shoot. How many schools of Zodiac Kinshido are there? What, that's it? You told us that on our first day at orientation. There's 12 schools. How many, Fighter? 12. One for each sign of the Zodiac. Given enough time and some hints, and I could probably name them for you. You have learned nothing. Go. But I've got nowhere else to go. There's nothing for you here. Go. Guess it's time to give up the blade and embrace my true calling in life. Short order, cook.
Hey, which way you going, jerkface?
Sorry, I'm in a bit of a funk about having my life's dream shattered because I couldn't answer some weirdo philosophy question.
Oh, you too? They just kicked me out of the Black Wizardry camp for the same thing. Apparently the answer to how many 5th level spells can an experienced wizard cast is not more than enough to destroy you and all your families. I should have known though. In philosophy, it's never the most obvious answer.
We're best friends now.
We're who and the what now?
We'll be bosom chums. We'll traverse the landscapes of growing up in this crazy world. We'll have our ups and downs, but in the end, we'll always be there for each other. It'll be great.
Sounds wonderful, yeah. Turn around for me.
Sure thing, best buddy. We'll overcome all kinds of trials like bullies and homework and girls. And unreasoning school principals who are the font of all stagnation in the known universe.
What part of being stabbed do you not understand?
Okay, I'm pretty sure his neck isn't supposed to go that way.
Who is the doctor here?
Good question.
At least we can agree that if anything goes wrong, it was due to your negativism.
Wait, what? Bones should not go clank, RM.
He's clearly dying of acute negativism.
Take that, you ugly bony guy!
Clank?
Wow, I'm not dangerously incompetent.
Could that be...
The Earth Orb. Lich must have kept it on him when fighter attacked.
Exposition later, acquisition now.
Score! Feet got it!
Get up, Lich. I'm not through hurting you yet.
You have no idea the force at work here, boy. If Death himself cannot take me, what makes you think you can?
I said get up!
Of course.
What a horrible dream. There was this idiot and these other 2 idiots. We kept running into idiots. So horrible. Why do I smell sulfur and brimstone?
You'll pray to have them back by the time we're through with you.
I can't say I'm surprised by this turn of events.
We've been waiting for you, Black Mage. Eagerly waiting. You've perpetrated so much wrongdoing in your short tenure on Earth. We've had to dedicate a whole new wing of hell to visit eternal suffering upon you.
You say I did wrong, but it always felt so right at the time.
Well, that is why you're here, you know.
So what, you're the head hell guy?
Oh yes, I don't usually greet newcomers on their first day. We like to ease them into the idea of infinite pain and suffering. But we had to make an exception for you, Black Mage.
Wait, if I did evil, and you guys here are evil, then shouldn't you be showering me with rewards and concubines, etc.?
This is hell. We're big on irony here.
Then I'm sure you'll appreciate what is going to occur.
It appears that our usual strategies aren't working, RM.
You mean bungle around and let White Mage sort it out?
That's not how I'd categorize it, but only because of my tremendous ego.
No matter. A strategy is forming in my colossal brain. First, fighter could.
I should have been there. I should have stopped it. I'm the meat shield. It's a simple job.
rock back and forth and mumble to himself uselessly.
Okay, new plan. How fast can you run?
You cannot hide forever.
No, you'd be surprised what cowardice has done for us so far.
At least we got the Earth Orb from you.
Perhaps we shouldn't remind him of things like that.
Ah, yes. Figuring out that the gem I'd sealed my soul into was the very Earth Orb itself. That was an impressive piece of detective work.
Wait, we figured that out?
No one can say we don't know now. That's close enough, really.
Your bravado in the face of eternal agony is a sad display.
It's not bravado, it's thinking ahead. I'm dead, so this is some kind of egotropic projection of myself?
Correct, but I hardly see what.
So, without any fleshy needs to slow me down, how long do you really think it'll take me to usurp your entire kingdom?
I have the entire legions of hell at my command.
Enjoy it while you can, Skippy.
Meanwhile, on the less theoretical planes of existence.
All we have to do to defeat Lich is destroy the Earth Orb.
Which we can't do without destroying the entire world.
Who designed this campaign setting? Why would you include 4 points of such catastrophic weakness, and tampering with any of them results in destruction of the global ecosystem?
There's got to be a way.
It makes no sense. A kind and loving creator would never do this, and a cruel one would simply have made the air out of acid. And it wouldn't have evolved on its own, as there's no advantage to living in a world poised on the brink of annihilation.
If I still had to consume food, I would feast upon your entrails tonight.
We need to focus, RM.
We're going about this Lich Soul Gem thing too logically.
If ever our plots have had a shortcoming, it's had to do with logic.
The problem is not the Earth Orb itself, but with Lich's soul.
Which happens to be in the orb.
So if we can get it out of the orb, well, that'd be good, right?
And just how did you plan on doing that?
By relying on the world's most accomplished criminal mind.
What could King Steve do for us? Ah, you meant me, didn't you?
Previously on 8-Bit Chaos.
Come on!
Okay, this should be simple enough. I can seal anything that isn't nailed down or on fire. I'm dealing with neither of those things now. This is just an incorporeal force locked inside an arcane orb of solid crystal by magical forces beyond my comprehension, while the embodiment of death itself looms over my soon-to-be corpse.
See, it should be a piece of cake.
Oh sure, it sounds easy.
It does? Woo! I was just saying that showed support. I could have sworn we were completely screwed. You know, what with everything being so utterly hopeless and all. I mean, all that stuff you said, it's gotta be darn near impossible. But you're the expert in these matters, so if you say it's easy...
This was your idea!
Yeah, my theory is that if you're holding the Earth Orb, then I can run away. Run away for technical reasons that would, benefit all of us, and certainly not screw over the team for the sake of my cowardly self-preservation instincts.
Wait a second. You're acting awfully... You changed your class to thief!
Did I? However did that happen? I'll just change that back then, shall I?
This is easy. I know it is. I've stolen things that weren't even there. This soul exists, so that helps. I just have to remember my training. The art of theft is truly the art of distraction. It's almost too easy to take someone's kill when they're not looking. Observing an event helps to make it happen. Someone should develop a theory based on that. So without any witnesses, who's to say what happens? RM, you need to close your eyes. This is the moment of truth.
Why is it your brand of truth invariably involves obfuscation and lies?
Because I'm thief. Though the Earth Orb is disputed among the nations of Dwarf and Elf, it is my declaration here and today that it is an item of such power and utility to all the peoples of the world, be they elven or inferior, that it is considered a natural resource on par with the oceans. Therefore, it cannot be owned by any single entity, whether whole or in part, be they mortal, undead, or otherwise. Ha!
Words, little man. Only words.
Since they pose no threat to you, perhaps you'll indulge me.
As I find your blather amusing, I shall. Please, go on.
Inserting a soul into such a resource would be considered pollution. The laws are very strict regarding pollution.
Line to your head!
With the power vested in me as the sovereign representative of the nation of Outland, known throughout the world for its conservationist efforts, I demand the immediate removal of said pollutants now. What do you know? It worked.
Had it not?
I would have just beamed him in the head with an orb, tripped you and run for it. Sucker.
And the law ninja?
They're ninja. They're inherently disposable. Okay, we've got Leech's soul out of the Earth Orb. All we've got to do now is kill the bastard.
I regret nothing! I can see my Lord Dojo from here.
Wendy, I can fly! Apparently there is still a matter of putting the soul back before we can harm it.
In other words, you only succeeded in making the invisible King of Death even angrier at us. Huh.
You know, I really hadn't planned this far ahead in the scenario. I presumed we were going to be dead about 5 minutes ago.
That's why I'm here with my ginormous brain power and smarts.
Oh, dear God, that's not even a word.
Sure it is. It combines the biggest elements of both gigantic and enormous into one word. It's the only word that accurately depicts the magnitude of my mind.
In that it's made up, I agree.
Bah. Fighter, snap out of it. It's time for the old alley-oop.
Yo, what do you want one?
Sword stabby Batman.
Yar!
Phase 1, complete. Phase 2, toss.
Well played, Magneto. You have reduced me from an immortal to a wizard of ultimate power over the 10 levels of magic. Fools. At this point, perhaps if you possessed power equal to mine, you would have a small chance of defeating me. But you're the same frail flesh sacks you were when Mr. Dan. So typically mortal, you never look to the long term. You build your cities right where glaciers will come screaming through in 200,000 years. Narrow-minded, overconfident worms. How did you ever expect to beat the King of Death?
Damn, you god freaks like to hear yourselves talk.
Black Mage, you came back from heaven, which is clearly where a hero of Light Warrior-like status would go after death, to come back to your friends.
Even though I am the incarnation of all mortal evils, I just don't have the heart.
So what was hell like? Figure I ought to get ready.
Oh, it's great. They've got sins we don't even have names for yet.
How is it you've managed to escape?
Escape? No, see.
Meanwhile...
Did you feel that?
What?
A great disturbance in the Order, as if millions of voices cried out to say, oh shit.
Somewhere else.
Stupid light warriors must have broken my crystal. I keep asking for lotto numbers and all I get is the destroyer is manifest.
And then they made me their ruler.
I bet in heaven they let you eat cookies for breakfast every day.
Yes. That is what they do.
Okay, now what?
I was thinking, since I'm no longer bound by chains of flesh and bone, I am free to exercise my horrible will upon the fabrics that bind the world.
You know, technically all those contracts I had you sign, and especially the ones I forged for you, sort of mean that you're still under my employ and have to do my bidding. Right?
One could make a case for that. True. Then again, I could simply will that mortal laws no longer apply to me. Like this. Bink.
In that case, I'll just be over here in the corner where I will concentrate on not gaining your ire.
You do that.
It doesn't seem like the legions of hell are a loyal lot. Don't you fear a reprisal?
Heck no. Their loathing of me is matched only by their fear of me. It'll be millennia before those spineless dogs try to usurp me.
Cowardly, eh?
Oh no, they're quite vicious, cunning, cruel. But spinectomies were the basis of my right to power, you see. Can't revolt without an endoskeleton. That's my motto.
Meanwhile...
Spine trouble, eh? I just happen to be a master bone craftsman.
Yep, afterlife is looking pretty sweet. I've got all the minions of hell at my beck and call and the power to write the edicts of my will all over the notebooks of reality. If I had to define the best part, however, it'd have to be the fact that once I torch my body, thus eliminating all potential vessels for my soul, there will be no way to stop me.
Greetings, O feared and hated overruler of the kingdoms of the damned.
Hang on, what's up? And how are you moving without a spine? I had a whole thing that revolved around the specific removal of all spines.
Our new master has a message for you.
Well, that's rather silly. I think I'd know if I had something to tell myself.
Death is but a doorway. Time is but a window.
I bet that's the last we'll see of that guy.
Hold it. I totally banished Lich. What's not even... Why is there a headache where my expanded consciousness should be? And where'd my 8 other senses go?
Your will is done, me Lord Lich. Welcome back to mortality, buddy.
The foreboding has passed and been replaced by feelings of ease and comfort.
Yeah, it was probably the fish we had for lunch.
Oh, there we go. Must have been some hyperspatial static. Tonight's winning Cash 3 lotto numbers are 616.
Well, he took that as well as can be expected, really.
I'll dig my way back.
Oh, I missed you too, bestest buddy.
See, it's already working. Quit lagging behind and don't give me that sad my life is ruined puppy dog eyes routine. All I did was speed up the process so you wouldn't have time to get your hopes up. My puppy is ruined.
And now, another fine episode of 8-Bit Theater Chaos with Black Mage, Red Mage, White Mage, and the lovable fighter. But not to forget, the evil Garland looks over the side of the panel. Whatever.
Every action has a reaction. Think about the simple principle. Take it out of its usual context and apply it to your actual life, your actions as a being. It's no coincidence human being includes the conjugation of the verb to be. Ours is a reality of process. Action is life. Inaction is death. So your specific actions will not only define you, but they will define your reality. The clan of Red Mage is based upon these precepts. It is our mission to bend the rules of reality with our actions and thus redefine who we are, what is real, and what possible through the very act of living. This is the code upon which all magic is based.
Well done. Thank you. Jeezy crazy fighter. Did they drop you on the head? Drop you on the head, like there was one head and they threw you at
Crap. Better you than me.
Can you teach that to me? Please.
Oh, listen, no one thought to ask about Red Mage.
Mage. Frog Mage.
The way I do be seeing it, it is simple.
It is shit.
Here we go, once again, starting up our recording. This time there's no loud, annoying boiler in the background, and this time I'm recording on a Mac for the first time, which means I have absolutely no idea how to use this thing.
Aye, but if I be a treacherous leader, wouldn't ye rather be I be
rather be a rabbit?
It doesn't matter now what happens. I will never give up the fight as long as place all your bets on the one you think is right.
Now recording this for around the 5th time because I keep accidentally recording in the middle of the last audio I did. I just love Mac so far. At least the audio is nice and clear though. So here we go. Episode 310, Mo Like Dark Warriors. If I have to say that one more time, I'm going to flip out.
An elf seething with internal turtles. Turtle.
He is now motivated only by one cause.
To reverse Elfland. So it's drove
into the nearest neighbouring country.
To return to Elfland with the cure Matoyer fuckity fuck.
Warning. And reversing.
Why does he say ha? It's a very
Yes, I think
strange
it's
thing
also
to say.
ha.
I guess, but that would be more
Maybe
of
he
a
just
heh.
spotted it and went, ah!
Yeah, but that would be an ah.
I know, but...
Another typo.
Yeah. Who knows?
Logical.
I like this guy.
Can we make Jet the honorary fifth?
Red Mage flew away.
Was
and that was
by the
the
soft
end.
material.
I'd say I didn't want the potatoes, but I'm going to have them anyway.
I like potato.
Carry the 9 2 times terminal velocity? That's impossible! Nay,
Yes,
Dad!
I was
That's
thinking-
impossible!
Sorry, what? I was thinking exactly the same. Haven't you become less versatile now that you are without them?
The old Red Mage would have said that. And Twitter just went off. Whoa.
It's only vastly superior